Hello everyone, good evening, or in my case, good morning on this beautiful, chilly Saturday. And it's Doug back with the Tualatin Public Library here to bring you 3 more rounds of trivia goodness as usual on the dot, 6:30. Round 1 is called American Quotations. And what I have here are some things some famous Americans have said or pertaining to American history. So for example, number 1, in a 1784 letter, Benjamin Franklin called this national symbol a bird of bad moral character. What was he referring to? A bird of bad moral character. Number 2, Wyatt Earp reportedly called him a loyal friend, a dentist whom necessity had made a gambler. A loyal friend and a dentist whom necessity had made a gambler, said Wyatt Earp. Number 3, in 1777, Washington complained of soldiers barefoot and otherwise naked, not great in December at this location, George Washington, 1777. Number 4, Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes wrote that these levies are what we pay for civilized society, a type of levy, think very general. They're what we pay for civilized society. Number 5, Thomas Paine, quote, "These are the times that do these 3 words, as in, these are the times that blank, blank, blank." Thomas Paine. Okay, number 6. In his 1834 autobiography, this frontiersman stated, "I never wrote a book before and never read very many," said this frontiersman in 1834 in his autobiography. Number 7. Robert Frost said it consists of 12 persons chosen to decide who has the better lawyer. 12 persons chosen to decide who has the better lawyer. Robert Frost described this. Okay, and number 8, last question for round 1. This mid-20th century First Lady said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." A First Lady of the United States in the mid-20th century. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Wise woman. Okay, number 2, this is called Around the Body this round, and it is about various anatomical things on the human body. Number 1, for example, savor the difference, ladies. There are more of these receptors in a woman's mouth than in a man's. Receptors in the mouth, in the human body. Number 2, digestion happens in the small one of these, which is linked to the stomach, and in the large one that comes next. Digestion in the small one of these. And number 3, this skin drying and cracking due to cold and wind can affect wrists and foreheads too, but lips seem to get it worst. A phenomenon where the skin dries and cracks due to cold and wind and dehydration. Okay, number 4. These 2 folds of tissue vibrate like strings to produce sound in the human body. Okay, number 5. Babies have flat feet. The bones in the middle of the foot gradually rise to form this, unless you're like me, who have very flat feet. All right, number 6. The thickest and most powerful tendon in the body, it's formed by the calf muscles and inserts into the heel. The thickest and most powerful tendon in the body. And number 7, the radius, ulna, and humerus all converge at this joint. Where do they converge? Which joint? The radius, ulna, and humerus. All right, number 8. This one's multiple choice. Of 103, 206, or 412, the total number of bones in the adult body. 103, 206, or 412. How many bones in the average adult body. Okay, and round three, another visual round. We have who's missing. So I'm going to have an image of famous groups with one of the members blocked out, and I need the name of the person who's missing. So, boom. Whoop. Okay, and now we're back and ready for some answers. So we're going all the way back to round one, American quotations. Benjamin Franklin called the bald eagle a bird of bad moral character. I don't know about the morality of birds, but he was a wise man. Okay, number two, Wyatt Earp reportedly called Doc Holliday a loyal friend, a dentist whom necessity had made a gambler. And number three, 1777 at Valley Forge, George Washington complained of soldiers barefoot and otherwise naked. Number four, taxes are what we pay for civilized society according to Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes. And Thomas Paine said, these are the times that try men's souls. And in his 1834 autobiography, Davy Crockett said, I never wrote a book before and never read very many. And Robert Frost said, a jury consists of 12 persons chosen to decide who has the better lawyer. And Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Around the body, taste receptors, or I should say receptors in the mouth. Women have more of them than men, allegedly. Taste buds. And digestion happens in the small intestine. Skin drying and cracking, also known as chapping, chapped lips, can affect wrists and foreheads. I've never had a chapped forehead. I wonder if you have to get some chapstick and kind of go like this all over your face. Number four, two folds of skin that vibrate to produce sound, vocal cords, and the bones in the middle of your foot gradually rise to form an arch. And the thickest and most powerful tendon in the body, the Achilles. And the radius, ulna, and humerus all converge at this joint, the elbow. And the human adult body has 206 bones, unless you lost a few along the way. You know how it goes. And number three, who is missing? Number one, Art Garfunkel. Number two, Curly. Number three, Donatello. Number four, Louis Duck. Number five, Harpo Marx. Number six, Winston Churchill. Number seven, Sammy Davis Jr. And number eight, William Clark. So thank you so much for joining me for another trivia afternoon this Saturday. I hope everyone is having a terrific new year, and I will be back next week with another batch. So in the meantime, hang tight, stay safe, stay happy, and I'll be with you soon. Bye-bye.